After the king of daytime TV, Phillip Schofield, was cast out from the ITV hive, Queen Bee, Holly Willoughby has been clinging to the disintegrating remnants with all her might, but public mood appears to have decidedly shifted against her, weakening her resolve and chipping away at her sugary pedestal. Phillip Schofield, however, seems to be slowly rising from the ashes, in stark contrast to his former bestie. With the 6 a.m. starts and the thrill of live television gone, Phillip Schofield now has time on his hands to take stock, consider his options and make some sensible decisions. It's been reported that he's been attending regular counselling sessions to try to come to terms with losing his job, many friendships and status as one of the UK's top presenters. A close friend said, "Phil's life has changed in a way that previously would have been inconceivable for him to have imagined. Look at this time last year, when he was also returning to This Morning after a holiday in the next-door villa to Holly and her family. Now he has nothing, apart from a lot of time on his hands. It is almost like he has taken early retirement, but obviously not through choice." Another friend of Phillip's revealed that he is licking his wounds. He's spending a lot of time talking to a therapist, at least once a week. That's what he is mainly doing right now. Reflecting on what he did wrong and trying to come to terms with his new life. It has all been an incredible shock for him and he is struggling to get his head around it. He feels like he needs to have someone professional to talk it all through with. The situation has put a lot of stress on his family and he decided that he needed another outlet. Interestingly, sources say that Phil is once again on speaking terms with his estranged wife Stephanie Lowe, the mother of his 2 daughters, Molly and Ruby. She was said to be distraught when in May, he told her about the affair with a man in his 20s and didn't return to the family home in Henley-on-Thames, Oxfordshire, for some weeks. But he now visits the property regularly, doing odd jobs and spending time with Stephanie, whom he married in March 1993. Phil's daughters, who in a show of unity with their father, also unfollowed Holly Willoughby, are also regular companions, as well as Molly's long-term boyfriend Willoughby's son. It's when he is with them that Phil appreciates what actually matters in his life and he is able to smile, the friend said. In the past, during happier times, Phillip's daughters, Molly and Ruby, would join Holly Willoughby on girls' nights out during their long summer holidays at their neighbouring villas on Portugal's Algarve. They had known Holly for many years, with both women being teenagers when she and their dad began working together. One source close to the situation said, "Both Molly and Ruby have seen their father go through hell. They have been at his side as he has lost everything." Meanwhile, by following Holly on Instagram, they see her carrying on with her life. The whole scandal has taken its toll on them. Their support for him has been unwavering, and this is the final nail. They are staunchly loyal to their dad, despite everything that has gone on. Molly also knew Holly in a professional capacity for many years, as she works as a talent agent at YMU, where she was signed to until 2020 when she left following a legal battle with them over future earnings. A friend of Phillip Schofield has also said he's taken some long drives down to Cornwall where his 87-year-old mother Pat lives. Phil is her sole carer after his younger brother Timothy was jailed earlier this year. It has been a torrid time for the pensioner, with both of her sons finding themselves in the news for all the wrong reasons. She has been under so much stress lately. It is a lot for anyone, let alone someone of her age, said a source. While the 540-mile round trip would be something of a nightmare for some, for Phil it gives him thinking time. With £12 million in the bank and 3 properties to his name, money isn't one of Phil's worries, especially as he has kept hold of his property management company Fistral. He has also signed up with a wealth management company called Cedulo, which enables high net worth individuals to grow their fortune. Phil was a very high earner for a very long time, so unlike many celebrities who hit rock bottom, he doesn't have to worry about money, a source said. On a more personal level, it is fair to say that Phil has lost many of his long-standing friendships, Holly Willoughby being just one of them. She was photographed looking very tense while walking her dog Bailey, just hours after the news that Phillip's daughters Molly and Ruby had unfollowed her in a show of unity with their father. Also gone from Phil's life is Martin Frizzell, the editor of This Morning, as well as colleagues of 35 years at talent agency YMU, which parted company with the former star in the wake of the scandal. However, some high-profile supporters remain. Piers Morgan, the former Good Morning Britain host, who now fronts his own program on Talk TV, has been staunchly loyal. Another member of the network's stable, Vanessa Feltz, was seen dining with Phil at his favorite Chiswick cocktail bar, Little Bird. The pair, who became friends during Vanessa's time as a newspaper reviewer on This Morning, chatted into the night. While sources say they would not be surprised if Piers or Vanessa had tried to encourage him back to television, any reports of Phil wanting, or trying, to do so have been written off as absolute baloney. Despite claims he had an unbearable ego during his days as the star of ITV, he knows he cannot return to the screen anytime soon. As for charity work, I'm told Phil won't put himself forward for any after he was ditched by charities including the Prince's Trust and the Royal Voluntary Service. He was also dumped from his ambassador roles with the likes of Boots and the Craft Gin Club. As for reports that he is planning to write a book, they too have been written off as total nonsense. Why would he want to rake it all up again? Asked one pal, adding, "What's absolutely not on the agenda is for Phil to return to television. He knows he isn't welcome and he is trying to build a life away from the limelight. His friends keep telling him that there are other ways he can feel a sense of achievement, but he just isn't there yet. Right now he is trying to care for the people that he hurt. What better therapy can there be, apart from that?" So, to conclude, are we really going to witness Phillip Schofield quietly disappear from public view? Last Sunday, as he strolled along a smart, leafy West London street dressed in a white t-shirt, blue shorts and a matching pair of Converse plimsolls, he blended easily into the background. Leaving the Roebuck pub following a 3-hour lunch with a friend, he enjoyed the September sunshine alone. But unlike previous visits, when he was an almost constant fixture on daytime TV, there were no requests for autographs or selfies. Instead, he could have been any pub goer, enjoying a laid-back weekend. It was, say friends of Phil, a moment of reflection on the eve of the new term for This Morning, following the summer holidays. Surely it could not have been much more brutal for Phil. The following morning, viewers watched as his former co-host Holly Willoughby was joined by her new best friend Alison Hammond, the woman she told ITV she now wanted at her side. Despite some viewers lambasting the women for their cringe-worthy dancing to music from Mamma Mia, Holly barely stopped smiling, giving every indication of being delighted to be back. After 21 years of returning to the This Morning studio in early September following the summer break, Phillip now can't bring himself to turn on the show. A close associate said, watching that was the last thing he would have done. Though, he may have perhaps been buoyed by the large drop in viewing figures which are said to have left This Morning bosses deeply worried. With the way things are heading, perhaps Phillip Schofield won't have to worry about switching on the TV in the mornings for much longer, as it looks like This Morning has broken. Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the Blinkerhole. For entertainment purposes only. Keep up to date with our latest investigations and hit the join button. If you like what we do, send us a super thanks. Official Blinkerhole merchandise is available in store.